Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. How's it going? I hope you're doing really well. So I'm coming at you today to kick off week 3 of our kitchen renovation videos. If you're starting at this point, that's quite a weird decision. There's 2 videos that you've missed. Although, do you know what? I respect it. I really respect the boldness of just turning up to the 3rd and final part of a trilogy for just coming in to Return of the King. So I don't want to go ahead and jinx anything and put some kind of terrible spell on this whole thing by accident. But so far, 2 weeks in, coming into week 3 now, so far so good. It's actually been pretty plain sailing in terms of everything going to plan. It's definitely not been too plain sailing, like navigating the logistics of getting a kitchen done in a small little house. We've definitely found it challenging. Let's put it that way, very diplomatic. It's been challenging, but I'm very happy to say we're definitely coming out the other side now. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and I think this week means that we are pretty much on the home stretch. This week is where the pretty things start to happen. It starts to become a functioning kitchen. I feel like we'll actually be able to kind of move back into it, which is going to be the best feeling. So yeah, kicking off week 3 today, we've got the tiler coming this afternoon. He's actually only here for a few hours today because all he's got to do today is the splashback, which if you've never heard that word before, I don't blame you, but it's basically like the little kind of few tiles that you have on the wall above the worktop which catch, in our house, all of the bolognese sauce. So in this little chaotic corner of the living room, it's getting less chaotic by the day, but this is where we're kind of moving everything that needs to be used next. So we've got a neat little stack of boxes here, and these are from a place called Mosaic Factory. I found the flooring for this kitchen pretty tricky. I didn't really know what I wanted to go for, got there in the end, but went through a hell of a lot of samples in the process. Whereas the wall tiles, I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to go for. I had a starting point at least, and we haven't strayed too far away from that really. Here's a little look at them. They look like very neat little ham sandwiches, I think, like all stacked away in this box together. It's gonna be really tricky to capture the true color of these, I think. But they're very neutral, obviously. They're almost like a very, very milky, nudie pink. I mean, it's like barely there, the pinkness to it. The particular style of these tiles is something that I discovered a while ago that I've had bookmarked for ages, like basically since I very first started thinking about the kitchen. They are called zellige. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to call it zellige, which are handcrafted clay tiles. I think they originate from Morocco. Each tile, obviously because it's handmade, each tile is completely unique. There's like different varieties of tone when you buy a set of them. They have like a real shine to them because they're all glazed, and like I said, every single one is unique. So like the sizes can differ, you get a lot of texture in them. They're meant to be kind of very rustic and very unique and full of personality, and give a wall or a floor like lots of surface and texture. So as soon as I started kind of pinning kitchens and thinking about what we wanted to go for, it became very apparent very quickly that a lot of what I liked went for this kind of tile. So that gave me like a real starting point, and then I found this place called Mosaic Factory, which we went to visit in East London. When did we go? It literally must have been like January, like it was so long ago. I know they won't be everyone's cup of tea, so that's absolutely fine. You don't necessarily have to tell me if they're not your cup of tea. You can just think, good for her, and move on with your day. This is how they're gonna sit on the wall. They go right up next to each other. You don't kind of get like a gap for the grout or anything. They sit right up close like this. And then as you can see, you get like a lot of variation in the sides, lots of variation in the tone and the texture. You get kind of little bumps and bruises in the glazing. I love that they're all handmade, and I just think they're a bit of a work of art really. I love how kind of neutral but beautiful they are. So they are the tiles that we've chosen. Hope you like them. And let me show you kind of what the vague plan is. A little refresher, this is where we're up to right now. Click the light on. Yeah, this is where we're up to in terms of the kitchen itself. And what we're going to do with the tiles is we're having open shelving. So the first shelf is going to sit about here. So we're literally just going to tile up from the worktop to the bottom of the shelf. We're going to go up to meet the extractor fan, and then come back down to mirror the other side with the shelf on this side too. And then over on this side, which is going to be like our little coffee corner, I think, there's also going to be open shelving along here too. So we're going to mirror the tiling. Boop, boop, boop. I am very excited to see how this translates into real life. I think they're going to be amazing. Fingers crossed. Boy. do I get an update for you. This is actually a great spot to put the camera because I'm actually going to be able to do a grand reveal of what is currently behind me on the wall. Before I show you. So this week 3 kicked off with the Tyler coming back yesterday to just do like a couple of hours, and I didn't film an update then for a number of reasons. Number one, he didn't actually get like loads done because he was just here for a couple of hours, so it wasn't very exciting. And I also went out, I went to watch Hocus Pocus 2. So priorities. He was here at the same time as the electricians who were doing some work on the electrics, and then the plumber arrived. So that'll give you a little idea of the progress. So this is how they have translated onto the wall. I'm hoping you are going to be able to pick up at least like a little bit of the... They've almost got like, because of the glaze and the way the colour works with the glaze, they've almost got like a little bit of an iridescence to them, almost like a pearl shine. The way this kind of like picks up the light, that because from the window opposite, the way it's kind of like picks up the light on the glaze is so pretty. I think like the amount of variety between them and the way the tone changes like the whole way across is just gorgeous. It really, it's almost like a shell kind of effect. So we're gonna have the fridge here. Obviously he took this a little bit wider because the fridge is going to come right up to here. We're going to have it pushed up to this side. And let me give you a little close-up of how the kind of like difference in texture looks. So you can see like they have all sorts of bumps and little bruises to them. A lot of them have got like little flecks in them and tiny little bubbles in the glaze and stuff. And I just think it stops it looking too flat, and it gives it lots of kind of texture, and it's a little bit more exciting because it's quite neutral. I really love the way when you sit them very close to each other, I really love the way that they're a little bit sort of, you know, not quite perfect. I like the mixture of adding in the modern touches like that with something that's like a little bit more, I mean, I don't want to use the word chaotic, but you know, a little sprinkle of chaos. And I guess that reveals the next thing that got fitted by the plumber yesterday. So this is our fancy new tap. Ooh, there's a pretty little sink waste. You know when a guy comes up to you and says, "Show me that pretty little waist, girl," you just show him that. And you're not ready for this tap, which is a sentence I didn't think I would say outside of dance school. Hey, not only do we have hot water, we have cold water. Oh, that's very exciting, you might say. We can also give you, wait for it, we can give you a steady stream, or we can give you some jazzy rain showers. Now you see her, now you don't. Now you see her, now you don't. Get you a girl who can do both. And as if that wasn't quite exciting enough, the pièce de résistance, please. Let's go for shower mode for this one to make things extra sexy. If I just do this, a little rinse. It's all been plumbed in. We are good to go with all this, and here is what kind of like the plumbing and electric guys were up to yesterday. They were kind of fitting the sockets and stuff for us in all the right places, getting everything fired up. I think this is stopcock, pardon, and all sorts of stuff like that. I need to go through it all with them before they leave to make sure that we know how to turn the water off and all that kind of stuff. And then the joy of this larder cupboard as well. One of the reasons that we went for this, obviously it's great storage, but it also means that we could hide all of this away rather than having it attached to this wall like it used to be. But we now have the isolator switches, so these are what you need to be able to individually turn off each of the appliances. Oh, the other little job that the electricians did as well was swap over our kind of like switch plates. We've gone for gold so that they match the other fittings, but these are all taped up because I'm starting the painting this weekend. Yeah, this is where my handiwork comes in. So this is probably where everything goes horribly wrong. It all goes to pot. The other really exciting thing, I mean, it's sort of exciting. It was exciting for us yesterday, is that now the washing machine and the dishwasher are officially in operation. Truly joyful. I mean, look at this scene. I mean, you're gonna have to ignore all the rubbish that's still out there, but that's a full load of washing. So next on the list is painting. Get your overalls on, I'll see you tomorrow. How come some girls do this hairstyle and they look like freaking Michelle Pfeiffer? And I look like Chicken Little. Chicken Little, here she is. Sorry to interrupt Adam's cooking shows, but I've got a very important DIY haul to share with you all today. I feel like, honestly, this could double up as my like skincare and makeup routine at this point. It's like, a trowel to put on my foundation, some wood filler to fill in my wrinkles. Perfect for eyeshadow. Okay, where do I begin? So today is the big DIY day. the dungarees are on, that's when you know. It's nothing too exciting. We're basically just painting the walls white, but hopefully they'll look lovely and fresh and clean. Adam is, for some reason, very cozy under a blanket. Little does he know, he's about to be presented with the wood filler. So the first things that I'm going to do today, I've treated myself to some quick drying poly filler. The way you treat yourself really changes when you hit your 30s. And then I've also got some interior wood filler. No relation of mine. I've actually never used wood filler before, so I don't really know how this is going to go, but I'll take a whack at it. So we're going to cover everything up with these polythene dust sheets. Hope you're enjoying this one. I bet you're really glad you clicked on this video. I've got some new paint brushes because I don't think ours are in particularly great nick anymore. I don't think we've cleaned them properly, basically, each time we've used them. So I think they're a little crispy. Oh, I also have a new filling knife. I think it's time I stop this clip. On the sofa with a nice autumnal blanket in the background. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying my best.
I just think we should keep the yellow trim around all the tiles. I think
Make use of a neutral kitchen.
I think it makes the tiles pop.
Do you think I'm gonna have to repaint the windowsill?
No, why?
Look at the state of it.
Yeah, but we'll just quick clean.
I reckon. Do you think it's gonna come off?
Yeah.
Just a load of gubbins.
What do you think, guys? Is this gonna come off? Drop your answer in the comments down below.
The YouTube channel I should have been. I think I'm going to start in this top corner. We've got quite a lot of holes in the walls and stuff where the like upper cupboards used to be. So these are the kind of things that need filling with the poly filler. I'll go in and do these top ones with my trusty stepladder right here. My trusty assistant ready to rock and roll. If you've seen week 1, you'll know this is a new addition. You can see that there's a bit of a gap between our very wonky door frame. I asked the guys for their top tips and they said go for wood filler. So that's what I'm doing today, to smooth this over and make it nice and seamless. Kind of like icing a cake.
Oh yeah.
But just an enormous cake. You know, like when you make a gingerbread house and they come in like a tube like this. Although I think this is probably easier than making a gingerbread house.
Oh yeah.
I've definitely thrown bigger tantrums making a gingerbread house than I have doing this.
Busy morning, just sorting out all the kitchen. Lucy isn't lifting a bloody finger. Oh, now I'm about to treat myself to some beers while she picks up the ruddy slack.
You are so annoying. I will kill you. And absolutely exhausted. It is officially 8:33 on a Saturday night and I have just finished deep cleaning my roller. I have finished the first coat. I've also done the ceiling. I could not even tell you how knackered I am. Painting always sounds like it's going to be really fun, and then after literally maybe like 4 minutes I'm so over it. We're gonna have to do a second coat tomorrow, I think, just to make sure everything's really spick and span. But now I'm off to get in the bath, have a hair wash, because the amount of paint in my hair and on my face, it would seem, is probably not okay. So I've definitely earned a nice hot bath. I'm going to watch Drag Race UK and it's going to be a great time, folks. As soon as I turn this camera on, I've just noticed this camera is now absolutely covered in splats of white paint, like tiny little splatterings of white paint, which just goes to show you the perils of filming DIY jobs. I'm not sure this camera had even first recovered from all the dust when I sanded the stairs. It's never quite been the same since, and now it's got white paint splatters to contend with as well. Poor little thing. Just checking in for the evening. It is, what time is it? 5:26. Our kitchen fitter has just clocked off for the day. It's actually a bit of an update from yesterday as well, because I never showed you the finished paint job in the end. We actually spent all weekend doing it, so I spent all of Saturday doing the first coat with the ceiling, and then Adam chipped in on the Sunday and we went over it again. And I also spent a little while staining all the shelving as well, so I guess the decorating technically took us 2 days. Today we have had the gas man come back in and the kitchen fitter as well for his, hopefully, fingers crossed, penultimate day. But I'm really trying to keep positive. I'm really trying to remind myself that we're nearly there. We're so close to being done now. Definitely one great thing that's happened today is that I've moved out as much as I possibly can from the living room. So as you can see, this space is all clear now. And the big stack of tiles that was like filling this space for such a long time, I've now moved all the spares into the shed. So slowly but surely, little by little, piece by piece, the living room is starting to come back together. I'm really looking forward to whatever day it is. Hello. I can get my rubber gloves on and get all my cleaning stuff out and channel Mrs. Hinch to within an inch of my life. Don't make yourself too comfortable, because I've got to get up and show the kitchen updates now. You can come and help me showcase if you'd like to. Very sorry to break your heart, Cat, but I got a job to do. So after a fresh paint job, a little bit of a makeover, let me introduce you to my gal. Here she is, looking so bright and fresh and clean, like she's been on a little retreat holiday. I feel like the white walls have just made everything look so much more kind of put together, really showcasing the colours, like how they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to sit together. It's just looking lovely now. I'm so happy with it. This is probably just me being a little bit of a weirdo, but I also think as well the white paint has really made me kind of like this little detail in the structure as well. I've never really thought about it before, but I actually really like this little join here. We have now got kickboards along here, which obviously hide all the unit legs and make everything look a lot neater. And we've got the final cupboard fronts on as well. So the dishwasher officially opens properly now, an absolute treat. And the washing machine is also now hidden away, which just looks so much smarter. And then up here we also have another new addition. We've got our extractor fan in. It's not actually plugged in yet and in working order, although the hob now is. That's what the gas man came around to do today. We now have a working hob. Let there be fire. So I think, touch wood, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I have a feeling Adam might actually be cooking us dinner on the hob tonight. Microwave rice is out, pasta is in. It's also got these lovely little brushed brass detailings here which tie in really nicely with the rest of the fixtures. I think the idea with these is you can put little hooks on them and then you can hang a couple of utensils off there, so a little bit of extra storage or like little cute touches there. And I think the only other thing really that I need to mention, here we've got our stack of shelves which I stained over the weekend. In all different shapes and sizes, very mysterious. And then the other thing that the gas man did today as well is get this ready for the radiator to go on. Still haven't quite decided like what kind of thing to go for that space. So I think that'll have to come at you a little bit later down the line. I don't want to hold this up and drag it out any more than I already have done. What's on the menu, chef?
I don't know what the official name of this dish is. We had it at Lean Stores ages ago, and then I found a recipe online to recreate it. So it's basically sausage and porcini mushrooms in a creamy sauce.
Delicious. Look at that hob action. Hey, the kitchen suits you real good.
Good.
Yeah, we've had to make do with what we could find in the boxes. But we've got a little setup on a piece of cardboard over here. Like a true chef. Ta-da! Oh, the background of workman stuff really really adds to the vibe. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Double thumbs up for the kitchen.
Did it feel weird getting used to it?
It'd be nice if this was on.
Yeah.
The oven for the garlic breads.
But it's a good start.
Good start.
It functions.
Function as a kitchen.
10 out of 10.
Well, taste the food first.
That's true. 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10!
Wood kitchen again. Today is a monumental day that shall go down in history in this journey of kitchen related adventure, because the kitchen fitter, done and dusted. That makes it sound slightly like I've murdered him. Kitchen fitter, check. He has clocked off. His duties are officially complete. And it's looking amazing. It's looking amazing. Can I get a little commotion for the shelves? Oh, it's gonna focus, it's gonna focus. It's trying its very best. Oh, this is nice and suspenseful. There we go. Hooray! Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the diamond of the season, It's the open shelving. So as you can see, the shelves are up and we've already been experimenting with some visual aids to help us imagine what it's actually going to look like when we have things on there. And we've even got some flowers to celebrate. Adam actually picked these up for me on Sunday to say thank you for doing all the painting. So that was very sweet. So they have now gone on pride of place. The windowsill is still absolutely incredibly filthy. I need to have a go at trying to clean this and figure out whether we're going to have to repaint it or not. I feel like the shelves have like suddenly made it happen, and now it's kind of a thing of beauty. As you can see, first things first, priorities. Pasta has moved back into the kitchen. So we've got two matching ones on this side, and then these are basically going to sit under here, I think, and they're going to be like a little bit of extra lighting underneath there, which will be really nice. Fridge will probably come up to about here, I think, and we decided to go for a shelf that kind of overlaps both to kind of enclose the fridge a little bit, which I think will be really nice when that's done. I mean, it's pretty much, it's like crawling to the finish line, but we are so nearly there. Oh, also we've got one up here too. This is like the hidden little bonus shelf. You can't really see it when you're kind of like hanging out in the kitchen. It's very kind of hidden away. It's only as you come a bit more over this way and then as you spin around, you know, just stuff like your pasta machine and things like that, which are quite exciting but get used once in a blue moon, they're gonna get stashed up there. So yeah, it is really, really coming together now. Yeah, we are nearly there, folks. We're nearly there. Oh, also the other thing he did yesterday was the skirting. We've obviously got that over this side as well to give it all a very neat little finish. I know it's gonna sound like so sad and ridiculous, but call me sad and ridiculous, because even just like seeing these little things on the work surface, it's just starting to feel like it's turning into our home again, which is the loveliest feeling ever. So I think it is fair to say we're nearly there. We are so nearly there. All that's left to do is finish off the electrics, and I think they're like the cherry on top. The pièce de résistance is gonna be, there he is. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. I feel like it's gonna happen in slow motion. There's gonna be some kind of John Williams soundtrack playing over the top. It's gonna be great. Sit on the bedroom floor to film this clip. Your guess is as good as mine. We're being a borrower. Hi. It's finally time. I'm not gonna bother trying to create any kind of illusion here or make it seem like today is the day after the last time I filmed a clip. Definitely not the case. I literally couldn't tell you when I filmed the last clip that you just watched. It might have been 5 days ago, it might have been 10 days ago. I've kind of lost the plot on time, honestly, but that's all irrelevant and nothing else really matters because I'm about to show you the finished kitchen. We're done! It has been definitely one of the longest months that we've enjoyed together. The mess has been out of control. The dust I will be finding for the rest of time, I think. But that's fine. It's all good. We brush it off, we wash it away, we let it go, because the kitchen is finished. So I can really only apologise for how long it has taken me to get around to filming the end of this video, and it has basically all been because of this one final clip. I wanted to wait until everything was finished until I filmed this last clip, and it has, the final few little bits that needed doing have been done in such tiny little snippets across so many days that it's just been a waiting game basically. It just felt like this had been dragged out so much and I didn't want to have to spill this into a fourth video. I felt like that would probably be quite annoying. Hopefully you've stuck around with me. If not, I truly understand. I think I would have been long gone, to be honest, and found someone else's kitchen to get excited about. I think the last clip that I filmed was us getting the fridge in. A little bit of a struggle, both physically and logistically. A lot of we were both very calm. It was fine. We ate before, but both of us said, thank God we ate before we did this, because if we'd both been like slightly hangry and a little bit ratty and tried to do that, One of us would have left. We officially have a kitchen fridge. If you haven't been around for a while, you're probably going to be like, congratulations. Celebrate the small wins, I guess. But that fridge has been sitting in our living room now for 3 years. I bought it thinking we would get the kitchen done very quickly, and then the world went into meltdown. So that wasn't quite what happened, and we ended up with a living room fridge for 3 years. So that is officially the end of an era. The living room fridge is gone, but now in her final resting place. I will say we are slightly missing the living room fridge. Now, I'm not going to move it back. I'm not going to go that far. And as well as the fridge, we just had a couple more little bits and bobs which needed doing. The radiator has now gone on. We've got a neon sign up, which I've had for years, which I just love so much. And a couple of little holes in the walls and stuff have been patched up. Anyway, I think that's enough of me rambling. A little teaser for you, just drawing this out as long as possible. Should I stick another advert in it? Oh. So I think before I go any further, I'll just pop a little before clip in here to remind us all of what we were working with right at the beginning. I'll pop in a clip from when we first moved in and kind of like the empty shell that we moved into, and I'll pop in a little clip as well of what it looked like, the absolute chaos that it turned into over the 3 years that we've been living here. So hopefully that's refreshed your memory, and hopefully gonna make this look even more exciting. This is our new kitchen. Isn't she the prettiest girl in school? As you can see, we've moved a few little essentials in. Got the coffee machine in the corner, obviously. We've started to move in like slowly but surely. But I will do all that in a separate video, like reorganizing the kitchen properly. I said to Adam the other day while we were hanging out in it, I just had this realization, like he was cooking away, we had some music on. I was like, this is my perfect home kitchen space. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. It's turned out amazingly well. I just love it. And then if I just spin you around here, this is how we're looking on this side. So we've got the shelves up. Oh, and this is the little neon sign, which I just love. I bought this in a sample sale literally years ago, and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to go up. There was no point in putting it in the old kitchen, but now it's pride of place. Arctic Monkeys lyrics from Mardy Bum. All the cupboards are in, everything's finished. Oh, I've just realised though, got some satisfying plastic to peel off here. There we go, plastic off. It is officially complete. We've still got all the unpacking and the organising to do really, but as far as a kitchen, it is officially complete. Yay! Oh, look at that. Look at that cute little background. Oh, you can also see where the fridge used to be in the living room. We've now got an armchair there, but it's not hitting the spot. We're gonna have to have a little reconfiguration, I think. I think this is probably me signing off from our new kitchen. If you got this far, congratulations, and my sincerest thanks for sticking with me for such a long time. Now that it's finished, it was so worth it. It has really brought the house together. It feels so cozy and just right for us, and we just love every single bit of it. It's really hard to explain, but it just feels like it's brought the rest of the house together. Like, it felt like such like an odd one out for such a long time because we'd done the rest of the house, and now this is done as well. It just really feels like the house is complete, and it's really like we've put our proper stamp on it now, which is a lovely feeling. So I really hope you like it. If you don't have to tell me that. You can just keep that one to yourself. Just send it into the wind. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been so nice hanging out with you, and I will see you, I was gonna say see you next renovation. Hopefully that'll be a very long time away. But take good care, and I will see you guys very soon with another video.